Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're going to do Superman number issue 333 by DC Comics from 1979. I was 8 years old at that time, and I read this comic before, but I got the Dutch version. I had it in a bundle and probably have it somewhere, but I'm not entirely sure. And also, the cover is way different than this one. And I must say, now that I've read it again, I must this comic is a little bit iffy for me. It's a little bit. I have some mixed feelings, but let's dive in, right? So, cover by Ross Andrew and by another one. Let me real quick if I can see it now. I forgot probably. Yeah. Oh yeah, Dick Giordano. The artist is Kurt Swan. He's a great Superman artist. He's a one of the best in my opinion. Writer is Martin Pascoe. So what is this all about? It seems that there's a skeleton group called it's called Skeleton, but it's a spin-off crew from Skull, so a splinter group, and they reformed into Skeleton. And I must say, I love, you know, um, villain groups with, henchmen, stuff like that, with weird costumes and names, criminal organizations. I love that. And they captured Lana Lang. She was snooping around and she accidentally found an entrance to the hideout of that crew. And then, the skeleton crew suspects that she's working for Superman. And then Superman finds her eventually, and he breaks in, and then this one of the crew members, well, probably the head of the crew member, escapes, and he's being electrocuted. But that's not the case. It seems that there was a teleportation device, but Superman does not follow him. And this scene here, with the watch, that's important later. And then so Superman, captures. Oh, wait a minute, small ads. So let me skip. So yeah, Superman is a little bit angry, or lecturing Lana because he was going in against his wishes to follow that group, because he had a plan to to round up that group for himself. So and she basically did the opposite. And then Superman revealed there is a exhibitionary, if that's how you say it in English. I'm not some kind of some exhibit. Yeah, that's the word. And Superman has a plan to make a some kind of a burglar-proof alarm system, because the exhibit of Prince Hatshepsut, I probably butchered that name. It's at the Metropolis Museum of History, and it seems that they are the personal effects that was in that coffin or tomb. Those are real. They are precious gems like gold and other things, and probably burglars wanted to have that, so he's gonna install it, but he also gonna how do you say, test it in the forest south of Mount Olympus. And he invites certain people of the Daily Planet to give them some kind of exclusive look how that all works. But then Lana and Lois said, "Hey, you didn't invite us. How come?" And Superman explains it that, well, Lana is being almost killed by Bizarro, and I mean Lois. I mean, and Lana is always a few weeks ago killed and kidnapped by Master Jailer. So he is, wants to protect them. So he goes to the forest, and he invites other people from the Daily Planet, and he explains that this device made from alien metal. So if he uses his super no, not supervision, but his heat vision, then it heats up this prison, if you want. Now it's not really a prison, but some burgle-proof glass, and then it heats up to about 200 plus Fahrenheit, and then so nobody can touch the device. and burglars cannot get in. But then something went wrong, and the whole thing exploded. But also Lana just lying in the trunk and, looks what's happening. And then it seems that it was not the device fault. It's been activated by, let me skip a few pages, by an entity called Opticus. Opticus comes from some kind of a flying saucer, and he uses its ocular powers to beat Superman, but also he wants to have Superman's eyes because it has ocular powers like heat vision, X-ray vision, and other visions as well. He is Superman's eyes basically has a lot of powers. It has microscopic vision. He can, I believe, also see some kind of patterns. I forgot. Let's move on because I want to figure it out and ramble about that part. So let's not do that. But you look it up. His ocular powers is big. It's very broad. So Oculus flies away, and he demonstrates that he has his vision, his heat vision, and he is now complete dominance over him. That's how he says it. And then Superman says, "Oh man, my eyes, it's gone." And then Lana is here, and he feels ashamed. But then he figures out that without his heat vision, he cannot trigger the alarm for the exhibition. So he needs to find a way to do that. So by skipping a few pages again, but then what we didn't know is that the Skeleton Gang has implanted a bug into the watch of Lana Lang, so they hear everything what's going on, and they think, hey, now we can steal the precious jewels, because Superman cannot power that device anymore with his heat vision. So they are going to do that. And but Lana is a little bit suspicious, and she says that, well, this is a little bit too soon, and then it's too simple, and Superman didn't move at all. It feels planned. So she doesn't like what's going on, but she cannot prove it. So skipping to the exhibition, Lana is getting kidnapped by one or two of the skeleton crew, and the other two wants to go into the burglar mode, if you will. They're breaking in, and they want to steal the precious jewels. But then Superman, makes a decision, because he cannot split them into himself in two. So he rescues Lana, and then at the same time, when he comes back, the other two crew members are also defeated by none other than Opticus, and Opticus is in secret Lana Lang. So yeah, it was all a ruse, and it seems that they all made it up because somehow, and here's the thing that I don't like, Superman figured it all out. He uses his X-ray vision. He saw that the Lana was getting the implant when she was unconscious in her watch, and that the skeleton crew also heard the plans when he was testing the device, and then he collaborated with Lois to be a villain. So he built a suit, and this helmet with the ocular powers, and also the flying saucer that Opticus is coming from. And then, but Lana was a little bit pissed off and said, "Why didn't you trust me? And how could you do this to me, right? So am I not part of the gang as well?" But then Superman, lectures her, rightfully, because he says it's all about trust, and it seems that Lana wants to be with Superman, but Superman cannot answer her love, because Lana always does the opposite that Superman asks of her. And when it comes to Lois Lane, they collaborated because there's a mutual trust, and that's how they eventually round up the skeleton gang, because this is a plan that was set in motion, and it was ended successfully. And then, okay, says Lana, I get it. I'm not wanted here. And she says, I'm going to leave Metropolis if you don't. I'm not going to cause any trouble anymore. And that's, brings us to the end of the book. And I like the whole story, the whole setup. It's a nice, cool, contained story. But at the same time, Superman figure it out everything from the start, takes away the danger or the excitement, because it seems that the skeleton gang has no chance from the start of from the beginning, and that that's a little bit disappointing. And I mean, if Opticus was a real villain, it could be interesting maybe in future issues, but it's not. I know why they did it, but seeming that Superman figured it out from everything from the beginning, and that actually anticipated what the skeleton gang would do, listening to them, breaking in, also kidnapping Lana. It's a little bit too convenient for my taste, if you will. So yeah, I give it a thumbs up, but at the same time, yeah, it's not the best story, but it's a fun story. So yeah, good enough. So guys, thank you for watching. It brings us to the end of the video. Like my videos, share my videos, subscribe to my channel, hit the bell for notifications, and I see you next time. Bye.